Hey, what's up everyone? Today is Tuesday, which means that it's time for another live Q&A all about dropshipping, making money online, crypto, whatever it is you guys want to talk about. I'm here to answer all your questions that you guys have. So if you have any questions for me, jump on over into the live chat and let me know what your questions are. And also let me know where in the world you are chiming in from. So what today we're going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of a recap for how 2021 went with all of my make money online and dropshipping goals, as well as some personal goals. And we'll look ahead at 2022 and what my goals are for 2022 as well. You guys might find this really interesting because I'll be talking about some new projects that I'm going to be working on for the upcoming year that I've been excited to share with all of you. So let's just get right into that, and then I'll jump into the comments, say hey to a lot of you, and we'll talk. I'll answer any questions that you guys have. So 2021 was an incredibly successful year. I am just blown away by how much we accomplished last year, how much money we made, and I never would have predicted that during a global pandemic that we would have just seen such outstanding results. And definitely the pandemic actually helped with that, as more and more people were looking for ways to shop online, make money online. That all helped me as someone who sells things online and also makes content about how to make money online. So it was an incredibly successful year. One of the big reasons for that is also because we ramped up Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. The first time I had tried Facebook Marketplace dropshipping was December 2020. So I just barely got my feet wet with it in 2020. 2021 was really the year that we ramped it up, and it made up a substantial amount of income for 2021. Everything related to Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. It's just incredible, the results that we've been seeing with it. You know, we were selling on eBay for a while, but we could take the same products, list them on the Facebook Marketplace and make a lot more with them. So Facebook Marketplace has just been a gold mine, absolutely incredible for 2021. And like I said, all things around Facebook Marketplace dropshipping, because towards the end of the year, we finally got Facebook Shops going, and Facebook Shops has been also as amazing of an opportunity as Facebook Marketplace dropshipping has been. Facebook Shops takes it even to the next level. It's completely crazy what we've been experiencing with Facebook Shops. But it wasn't a straightforward path at all. When I first started 2021, I had tried Facebook Shops. It looked like it was working, and then it didn't work for many months, and then we finally got it up and running. So it was a lot of back and forth, a lot of sort of successes and then failures, and then finally successes with Facebook Shops. But hey, we got it to work. I also launched my Facebook Marketplace dropshipping course, which now also teaches Facebook Shops. And that was an enormous success. We have a ton of students in there absolutely crushing it with Facebook Marketplace, using the strategies that I've been putting in there and teaching to them, as well as the new Facebook Shops stuff as well. So that has been a huge success. That is currently closed for enrollment. I'll talk more about that in a second. I developed a Chrome extension, the first time creating a software as a service. Developed a Chrome extension that you guys can use to help you list products onto Facebook Marketplace faster with just a click of a button. It will take the items from like Amazon and Walmart and list them onto Facebook Marketplace. This was an experiment. I had never done anything like this before. I had only ever dropshipped, made videos here on YouTube about dropshipping, and made courses about dropshipping. I never tried a software like that. So it was an experiment. It was a success pretty much right away, which kind of had a feeling it would be because it was a need. There was a hole there in the market. This was something that I needed for my own business and didn't really exist at the time. So I created it. So I had a feeling it was going to do well. But then one of those failures, I got completely screwed with my Chrome extension. That's the story I might tell another day, but basically the developer for it kind of screwed me over. So then that was a failure there. But hey, we're back. We're back. We fixed that issue. All things are good with that. So like I said, maybe that's a story for another day. Another thing I did in 2021, which I was super nervous about, was I stopped dropshipping on Amazon and I closed my Amazon course. And I was really worried about doing this because I've always been of the mentality that as long as it's still making me money, I should keep doing it. And I should never eliminate a stream of income. So this was working, but I made a whole video about this. I really felt like it was adding more stress onto my life than it was worth, especially because I was doing Facebook Marketplace dropshipping and I really saw the potential of it. But myself and my team were divided because we were also worrying about Amazon. So I eliminated it. I was very nervous about it, but that worked out for the best because that allowed us to then start Facebook shops. This time we did it successfully. And overall, last year was my most profitable year ever in my entire life, especially in the dropshipping timeline since I started dropshipping. So it was my most profitable year ever, despite closing down everything with Amazon. Just an incredible year. There was definitely a few all-nighters I pulled when I was trying to pull stuff together, starting new projects, when I was creating the Facebook Marketplace course, but it was an amazing year, and everything that I experienced last year was totally worth it. I'm really happy with the results, obviously. So some personal accomplishments, not just related to money specifically, although some of them are. I bought a house, got a new van, got a new dog, sold the new van and bought a new van, and got my first one wheel, which for those of you who follow my other channel know that's something that's so close to my heart. That thing has just brought me so much joy and mental clarity just riding that thing around. It's one of the best things that I got this year. And I think right now at the end of 2021, it was the fittest I've ever been since probably college. So I set some new workout goals last year and I hit them. I hit some of the milestones. I didn't get as far as I wanted to get, but I'm definitely the fittest I've looked since I left college, basically. So you guys have also followed along on my journey and have also been crushing it as well with your dropshipping goals and different goals like that. A bunch of you joined my eBay and Facebook Marketplace dropshipping courses this year, or last year, I should say. Those, if you guys haven't joined and are interested, they're linked up down below. Like I said, the Facebook course is currently closed, but I think I have like a free ebook that gets you on the wait list. I do plan on opening it this year once or twice for enrollment. I'm not sure. So that will be announced later in the year. You have to get on the wait list for that. We've had 1.5 million views here on YouTube and 17,000 new subscribers, which is really cool. We definitely had a stronger start in terms of YouTube this year. I keep saying that, last year, really strong start, and things kind of fizzled out as the year went on. My views went down a bit. My new subscribers went down a bit, which I'm okay with because really what ultimately matters is I'd rather have like 5 of you following me that actually take action and crush it than have 100,000 people follow me that don't take action, if that makes sense. And I know a lot of you are taking action, so I'm happy, really happy with that. So guys, let me know in the comments what your goals are for 2022. I want to hear what you guys are planning to do this year. Keep screwing that up. What you guys plan on doing for 2022 and what your goals are, whether that's business goals, dropshipping goals, crypto goals, personal goals, whatever it is, let me know. And I'll go through the comments and then I will talk about what my goals are for 2022. We have Variety TV Sean here saying number 2 on the like. As you come in, please smash a like button and sub if you haven't already. Hope everyone had a great holiday and New Year's. Wailam says hi. Steven says hey. What's up, Steven? Hello. Beauty and Beyond Motivation says happy to be here. Love the course and Paul's principles with business. Thank you so much. Let's see. Hi, Paul. Question 1, does your eBay course include retail and wholesale strategies? Yes, absolutely. I teach in the course both how to dropship from retail suppliers as well as wholesale suppliers. Can you use it in the UK? You can, yes. What is up? Classic Dame, thanks for being back. And Kevin, Happy New Year. Thanks for coming back. I'll quickly answer this one. Mike, what's best in eBay descriptions, plain text or templates? Plain text all the way. All right, so let me go over my goals for 2022. so I can put them out there and have some accountability for you if you guys can help keep me accountable for these goals. Now, one thing I will say is that I stopped a few years ago setting really any sort of monetary goal. So I never really say, I want to make $100,000 this year with eBay dropshipping. I stopped that a few years ago because I really found it to be counterproductive. I would get so fixated on these goals that usually what I ended up doing was taking actions that I thought would save me money instead of taking actions to invest in my business. Because I thought if I could save money, then I'll get closer to reaching my goals because I want to preserve the money I made to hit my goal, when really I got to focus on investing in my business. And that's really how you see the long-term growth. And obviously that worked for me last year because, again, 2021 was my best year ever in terms of just pure income. Instead, what I focus on, instead of the amount, is the process. I want to really know that I am taking every action that I possibly can to reach the goals that I want. So it's really about concentrating on the process of getting to where I want to be, because there's a lot that is outside of our control. So if I start selling on eBay, if you start selling on eBay, what you're going to see is that you can concentrate on research, listing items, optimization, but ultimately you can't force a customer to buy an item from you. That is outside of your control. So focus on what you can control, which is great product research, great titles, great optimization, all of these things that you can control, and focus on the process. And if you stick with it and have the patience, then the results come later, but they're not forced. So that is what I always focus on. And I'm trying more and more to focus on just keeping it simple. I've overcomplicated so many things in the past, especially my businesses, because I think, I have to do this and I have to do this, I have to do this. So a good example is when I started with this personal brand that I have on YouTube. All of a sudden, I started getting all these ideas like, I have to be really active on Instagram and TikTok. I got to have a Discord group. I have to, let people be able to text me and all this stuff. And after a while, it's just like, this is overwhelming. Like, this is not sustainable. And it's not the way that I want to run my business. And I started eliminating some of these things and realized they're completely not necessary. I can just concentrate on my core values, the core things that I know are going to help me and you guys as well. And I'll have bigger impact with that than if I'm spread out trying to do a million different things. So keep it simple. So my goals, I want to continue to have success with eBay and Facebook Marketplace dropshipping and Facebook shops. I want to continue that. That's all going well. Also, I want to have a successful Amazon FBA business by the end of the year. That is probably one of my bigger goals for this year, Amazon FBA. So I'll be talking a lot more on this channel about that with some videos. So guys, stay tuned for that. And you guys might be wondering, well, why Amazon FBA? That's not dropshipping. Paul is all about dropshipping. So I'll make a video about that. But the short answer is, one, I'm not just about dropshipping. This channel is not called Paul Dropships or Dropship Paul or something like that. It's my name. And I did that on purpose because I don't want to get niched down into just one thing like dropshipping, even though that's what I talk a lot about. I've always wanted an Amazon FBA business, so that's what I'm going to try this year again. Actually, I've never really tried it. And then the other thing I'll say about it is that one thing I always talk about on this channel is the importance of selling on marketplaces. So even though there's other things I can do with dropshipping, like Shopify dropshipping, I think Amazon is a better bet because it's a marketplace. And I'll talk more about that in a future video. Another goal I want to make the best YouTube videos that I can for you guys. Now, I'm at 80-something thousand subscribers. It would be awesome to hit 100,000 subscribers. I said the same thing last year and get that silver play button. But just like last year, I want to be just real about this, okay? That is just a vanity metric. If I hit 100,000, that would be awesome, okay? But it's completely not necessary. What's more important to me is that I'm delivering to you guys content that's actually valuable, that can change your life. So that is really what my goal is. but it would be really cool to get that silver play button. Other goals, I have another big project I want to work on this year, which is cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency is something I've been interested in for years, but I've never really given it the full attention and dedication that I need to give it in order for me to really feel comfortable enough to be more actively investing in it. I do hold cryptocurrency, but again, I want to learn how to be more actively investing in cryptocurrency. So my goal really is just to learn for an hour a day. Get on the computer and learn. Get in there. You can do these trades, or as you guys might know, I trade with crypto bots. You can set these up in sort of demo mode, which means you actually don't put any money behind them. It's just kind of like a simulation. And that's great because that will allow me to learn. Obviously, at some point, I'm going to actually put money behind this. But for right now, my goal is really just to learn for an hour a day and then eventually make some incredible crypto investments. Like I said, this is something I've been interested in for a while. And sometimes I look back and I'm like, man, if I just really learned it in 2020 and then early 2021 invested, I would have made so much money this year. But you know what the thing is? It's all an opportunity cost. It's so easy for me to say that, but then again, I had one of my best years ever in terms of income because I did things that I think are a more sure bet, like Facebook Marketplace dropshipping or eBay dropshipping. When you run your own business as opposed to investing, you have a lot more control over the results, a lot more control. When you're investing into something like stocks or cryptocurrency, there's only so much you can do. And then it's very much outside of your control. So I'd rather have that control and kind of more of a sure bet. But, cryptocurrency is something I'm genuinely interested in. So I do want to spend the time to learn it. And I think the way I'm setting my goals, I'll have time to do that and run my businesses as well. Personal goals, I want to journal at least 3 times a week. I started doing that recently and it's made a huge improvement to my mental clarity. I'm belong to a co-working space. I want to make sure I go there at least once a week just to socialize with people because I get kind of, alone, I guess you could say. That's exactly what you can say. I just spend a lot of time alone working on my business on my laptop. I need to socialize more. So I'm going to go to the co-working space once a week, get even fitter, maybe put on some muscle weight, and buy our first real estate investment. Own a house, but I want to actually buy an investment property for the first time and park some of our investments there. That's a goal I have as well. That will probably be a big goal because I don't really know too much about it, real estate investing. So I want to make sure, if you guys know me, I make sure I know stuff before I actually take action on it. So that would be something I do. And finally, I always want to be asking myself, this is a quote I read. I forget who says it though. The quote is, if this was, actually I know who says it. It's who's the guy who wrote like Tools of Titan, the 4-Hour Work Week, Tim Ferriss. The quote is, if this was simple, what would it look like? And I want to ask myself that all the time because again, I tend to overcomplicate things, not necessary. Let's keep it simple. What is the simplest way to reach our goals? Okay? Let's not overcomplicate these things. And that is what I want to stay focused on all year long with all my goals. All right, so let's see who's here in the chat and what kind of goals you guys have. And I'll just go through these in order. We'll answer questions. I'll get some feedback from you guys on my goals and read what your goals are as well. All right, Matthew says, tips for product research for high-ticket items in the $75 to $150 range. This is Matthew. My first advice is don't do it at first. If you're a new dropshipper, you should not be selling products in that price range. You should be looking at items that are sub $50. Those items are going to sell faster, and that's going to kind of rev the engine on the marketplace, and it's going to show the marketplace, hey, this seller, Matthew, he's able to sell items. He's able to fulfill orders. He provides good customer service. Let's now send more traffic his way. That is how the algorithm on these marketplaces work. But if you sell more expensive items, they don't sell as frequently as cheaper items. So if you sell more or list more cheaper items like sub $50, it increases the chances that those items are going to sell. Then you sell more items, then more customers are pushed to you by the marketplace, and then you can sell more expensive items later. Let me just grab some water. All right. Jonathan, what's up, Jonathan? Favorite credit cards for cashback rewards for purchasing products. There's a few of them I like, Jonathan. If I'm buying from Amazon, which I do with Facebook Marketplace dropshipping, then I have the Amazon Prime credit card that's issued by Chase. It's a Visa. I don't know if it's a Visa, but it's issued by Chase. And that gives me 5% back on all of my Amazon purchases. For Walmart also has a similar credit card. But for straight cash back, we use Capital One Spark business cards that give you 2% back on all of your purchases. It's a little dry here in Colorado. Okay, Abrar says, Amazon is continuously banning my accounts when I try to make purchases to fulfill marketplace orders. What should I do as I only list from Amazon? So this is something that Amazon started to do a few months ago, where for years and years, they allowed us to dropship from them with no issue. Sometime in 2021, they kind of changed their mind on that. They said, hey, if you buy too many items from us, we are going to ban you from buying from us. So there's a few ways around this. One of the primary ways is to create multiple Amazon accounts so that you can spread your orders among different accounts. But increasingly, we've also just been moving away from using Amazon. We still use them, but we use more Walmart for Facebook Marketplace dropshipping because they don't have that issue. So Walmart has a ton of items, and it's really worth looking at if you're not looking at them already. All right, Classic Dame says, I have 2 Facebook shops that are both approved. Congratulations. How do I stop FBM Fox from listing the same products on both stores? Awesome. So for those of you who don't know, Facebook Shops is the same thing sort of as Facebook Marketplace. So when we are selling on Facebook Marketplace, we are listing items directly onto Facebook Marketplace, where it's super easy to list and customers can see your items and buy them right there. With Facebook Shops, we list the item into our shop, and then Facebook pushes that product from Shops onto Facebook Marketplace. But there are many benefits to using Facebook Shops to sell into Marketplace, primarily software. So the software I teach in my Facebook course is FBM Fox. And it sounds like Classic Dame, you use the strategy that I was talking about where you create multiple shops to see which one gets approved. All you have to do is go in and delete the link inside one of your shops for FBM Fox, and it will then it will only list into the store that you didn't delete it from. So that's all you have to do, and then the FBM Fox will stop listing into that one store. So DJ Max Official says, do I have to warm up the account on eBay before dropshipping? You don't need to warm it up, but you do have to scale slowly. So don't just add tons of items into your store. Add them slowly so that you don't kind of just come out the gate with hundreds of items. Awesome. So Asafar says, he's from Morocco, hit $3,200 in sales for 2021. 2022 once hit 5,000 sales drop shipping. Sweet. Maybe okay. We'll get you to 1,000 subscribers, and I'll get over to 100,000. Yes, I'm all about crypto and stocks. Yeah, it's really exciting, and it's something I've always been interested in, crypto and stocks. But stocks, and then more recently crypto for a few years. But it's one of those things where it's just like I've never wanted to spend the time to learn it, to really learn it the way that I want to learn it, because I'm already doing stuff that takes up my time that makes me money already. So it's kind of like, well, why give up what's working for something that's kind of more unknown? But with all these things, you have to take the first step. if you want something like this, you have to take the first step. And like I said, it was very easy for me to look back and say, man, I wish I just learned crypto in 2020. So then in 2021, I could have seen massive gains with it. Well, the same thing could be said about dropshipping. Many of you are watching this and haven't started dropshipping yet. Imagine if you had learned how to dropship in 2019 or 2020. And 2020 and 2021 were probably the best years for dropshipping ever. And there's really no indication that it's slowing down. So it's very easy to say, oh man, I wish I had done it then. But in 2019, you probably would have said, oh, I wish I had started in 2018. So it just keeps getting better and better, all these opportunities. And there's really no great time to start. The best time to start is right now, because no matter when you start, you will always regret not starting earlier, whether that's learning how to invest or drop shipping. So you just got to pull the trigger. You actually have to just go for it. Karen, your test is successful. We use Blue Care Express. Okay. Karen says, my 2022 goals. I plan on moving from 100% retail arbitrage and reselling on Amazon and eBay to solely focus. Wait, what? I plan on moving from 100% retail arbitrage / reselling on Amazon, eBay to solely drop shipping on Facebook Marketplace. Awesome. And I get that's a really awesome goal. So I know a lot of you guys come from the world of retail arbitrage. You go to thrift stores, you go to like Walmart and buy items there and then resell them on eBay and Amazon. That's a hustle and it works really well. I have friends that are absolutely crushing it doing that. But the problem is it's a hustle. You have to go out, you have to find those items, you have to bring them home, box them up, send them over. It's great if you want to do that. But with dropshipping, you can do it from anywhere in the world as long as you have a computer, a laptop, and an internet connection. So you can do it from anywhere. Use it to supplement your reselling business if you want to do that. But obviously, there's a lot of power right now with Facebook Marketplace, and there's so much potential there. And dropshipping, it just works so well. So it's an awesome goal to have. Like I said, just get started on it. Cool. So the other thing I want to say about this was one of the reasons I'm getting more serious about crypto is because, like I said, it's more of a time issue. Like, how do I have enough time to learn about this? Well, end of last year, I started a program that actually teaches you how to set up crypto bots that will actually trade for you. And it's working really well for me. So I want to really learn how to optimize that because it kind of takes the best of both worlds. Yes, I'm learning, spending the time learning, but the software, the bots, are doing a lot of the work for me as well. So all I have to do is kind of set them up and then they kind of run without me, which is awesome. So it saves me a lot of research and actual time in there figuring it out. Classic Dame says, my goal is to diversify and not get discouraged when one business platform falls through. I'm no longer going to put all my eggs in one basket. I want to trust the process. Awesome goals. I love diversification. I love the fact that you are just going to trust the process, find a step-by-step guide, someone to kind of walk you through the whole process, and then trust that process because they've already been there themselves and seen the success. Karen says, Shops and eBay. Produce content related to dropshipping content on my existing YouTube channel. And what is your new Chrome extension? So guys, check out Karen's YouTube channel. I don't know what it's about, but probably related to dropshipping. So check it out. My Chrome extension is linked up in the description of this video, or you can just Google Dropshipping Titans Marketplace Helper Chrome extension. Patrick says, will you ever open up your course for Amazon again? So like I mentioned earlier, Patrick, my Amazon dropshipping course is currently closed for enrollment. And I released a video about this, but the reason I did that was because I don't feel comfortable having a course open, one of my courses open, if I'm not actively doing what I teach in that course. So with Amazon dropshipping, what I teach in there, I know still works because when I stopped doing it, it was working then, and I still have students doing it and it's working for them. But the issue is I still stopped doing it. So I don't feel comfortable having a course that's open for something I'm not actually doing, because what if things change? What if things have to be updated? And I don't know how to do that because I'm not actively doing it. So for right now, I don't have plans to open that course back up for enrollment, Patrick, but that could change in the future. Like I said, I will be doing Amazon FBA, and I'll be documenting that journey here and kind of talking about that here, but that's it. George says, Paul, yesterday I accepted an offer on a product on Facebook Marketplace, but Facebook canceled it, saying it's suspicious. What do you think? I will listen to Facebook on that one. So, as I'm sure you guys know, there are people out there that will steal other people's credit cards and use them to buy items. They'll buy them anywhere on the web. Now, the companies that process the credit cards, they actually have safeguards built in that will actually prevent or help prevent fraud such as this. So it does different things, like it will look at what did the person enter as their billing address and name, was that information correct? It will also look at, okay, this person, they live in, let's say, New York, but the IP address for where whoever purchased this item from is all the way in somewhere in like Asia or the Middle East. That just doesn't add up, right? So they look for suspicious things like that. And if it's too suspicious, the order just will get canceled because they don't want the hassle or the headache or the problems that come with a potential chargeback, which is when the customer then calls and says, hey, I never purchased this item. So that's why these safeguards are built in to prevent that from happening. Wrong about being vain. Yeah, I agree with that. As long as it's, well, I mean, it can get to be a problem, but I know you're joking, but yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with working out just to look good. If it gets you out the door and actually exercising, I think that's great. Beauty and Beyond says, please give us a course with Amazon FBA. We'll see. I mean, I haven't even started yet, so we'll see on that one. As far as FBA, are you going to do retail arbitrage or a private label product? Well, I'm not going to be doing retail arbitrage. That's, again, too much of a hustle for me, especially because I do a lot of traveling. It doesn't really make sense. You know, if you're doing retail arbitrage, you have to go out, source the products, bring them home, box them up, ship them out. And that's, you know, a hustle. It requires work. It requires constantly going out there and doing it. It's a great, great business model, but not for me right now in this part of my life. Something I would love to explore in the future. Private label, I'm also not so sure of that either. So with private label, what you're doing is you are basically creating your own product. You're sourcing it from China usually, where it's really cheap to manufacture it, get it over here, send it to Amazon FBA, and then sell it on there. I don't know about that anymore. I know it works, but I think it's a lot more challenging now than it used to be. And it's maybe not as easy as some people say it is. I haven't done it myself, so I can't really say for sure. What I'm doing is different than both those things. So stay tuned. I'll be talking about it. But it's not retail arbitrage and it's not private label either. Heard. I missed the workplace and socialization. Yeah, for sure. So I got to get out there and start socializing some more. All right. Taking the screenshot of Jonathan's recommendation. Jonathan says, have you ever heard of Valuetainment? They bring in great experts on business and cryptocurrency. Check out their YouTube channel. I will. I just screenshot that so I'd remember. Valuetainment, that's a cool name for a channel. That's actually something that I've looked at doing here on YouTube, because Valuetainment, what it means is I'm going to give you guys value. I'm trying to teach you guys things, you know, how to dropship, cryptocurrency, make money online, but I want to make it as entertaining as possible. And that's a challenge because sometimes it could be a bit dry. It could be a little boring. So I try to make it more entertaining. It's a challenge. All right. Chewy says, hey, Paul, Queens, New York City here, kind of close to my old stomping grounds. Can you talk about how you pay overseas VAs and write it off on taxes? Great question. So first, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a CPA. I'm not a tax attorney. So I'm not equipped to answer this question at all. This is all based on personal experience and what I've personally done with my own virtual assistants who live overseas in the Philippines. So what we do with them is I just pay them through PayPal. They send me an invoice and I pay that invoice, and they send that to me weekly or bi-weekly, depending on which virtual assistant and the arrangement that we have. So that's what I do. Now with that, I now have an invoice that I save for potential tax purposes. I also have them fill out what's called a W-8-B-E-N. That's an IRS form, so look that up, W-8-B-E-N. I have them fill that out. That's not something I have to submit to the IRS, but I have it just in case of an audit. And basically what it says is this is a worker who doesn't live in the United States. So a lot of the things that you normally have to do for an employee in the United States, I don't have to do because they don't live in the United States. Again, that's just my understanding of it. So I got that as well. So a few kind of safeguards in there. Dogs are barking. Let me let the dogs out. There you go, boys. The first safeguard is all the documents that I already talked about, like W-A-B-E-N. And the other one is that PayPal, even if you pay someone in the United States, like a worker here, or a 1099 contractor, then PayPal will send them a 1099 on your behalf. And I think the threshold now is only like $100. I could be mistaken on that. So PayPal will actually send the worker the 1099. And as far as I know, you don't have to worry about it. But we don't have to worry about it anyway because they live overseas. So that's the way we do it. And then we just add it onto our books, our P&L, as a contractor. And it's a business expense. It's a write-off. All right. Christopher says, I'm brand new, took your eBay dropshipping course. I'm beginning to learn how this all works, but kind of discouraged on how eBay calculates their fees. I've adjusted my formulas multiple times, but not giving up. Yeah, so Christopher, you got to make sure that you're using the formulas I teach in the course. Those will make sure that you break even, and then you can add in as much profit as you want on top of that to make as much profit as you want. So you have to make sure you're plugging that all in correctly. So inside my eBay course, there's a lesson where I talk about, hey, if you're in this camp, then this is how much you have to mark up your items. If you're in this camp, then this is how much you have to mark up your items. So there's different camps for different scenarios, whether you're tax exempt, whether you have a store, whether you don't have a store. All those things will impact your fees and how much it costs you to sell on eBay. So make sure you're in the right sort of camp there, and then plug it in and get the number out for your break even. Add more on top of that for profit. All right. BetterNet Buys says, I have a question about Facebook Shops. Do I need the paid plan or is the free plan okay? If you're doing shops, you need the paid plan. They do have a free thing. I'm not even sure what the free plan does, but I know it will not be enough for Facebook Shops. So you do have to sign up for the paid plan there. Okay. Can you show some help? What do you mean by this? Can you show some helpful application for management? I'm not sure what that means. Kevin says, what's the best Walmart cashback credit card? The best one, Kevin, is the Walmart cashback credit card. So I'm writing myself a note about something I want to do. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, so look up the Walmart cashback credit card. All right, Sean's here. Sean has some great goals for the year. He says, hi, Paul. I joined the Facebook Dropshipping Titans course and the plan by Dan Hollings. My goal is to learn and take action so I can be successful in both to replace my current income in 2022. Get it, man. Those are awesome goals. So for those of you who don't know, the plan by Dan Hollings is the crypto course that I took, that I'm doing, that taught me how to do these crypto bots. It's only going to be open this year, I think once this year. So if you want to get on the wait list for it, I have a link down below so you can get on the wait list. And that's my wait list. So what will happen is I'll let you know when it opens up. And if you join through my affiliate link, you also get access to my private Discord, where we are in there every day kind of talking about different bots we can set up and how we can find the most profitable bots to set up. And we're kind of helping each other with that process. So it's really cool, kind of great little community on Discord there. And I also have in there, the other thing you also get is so he does his classes live. So if you join it, you might have to wait like 2 weeks or a week and a half in order to start the course because he's going to do it live. So in the meantime, I have a free kind of mini course. It's just one video, but it's a long video all about how to get set up so that when the plan starts, you can hit the ground running. You don't have to wait to set up all the initial stuff that Dan teaches you how to set up. So yes, get on the wait list and I'll tell you more about it once that date approaches, which I think it's only going to be once this year to join the plan. Abrar says, how do you deal with invoices? We don't want our customers to know the price we purchased for the items. All right, so a couple of things here. When you're dropshipping, a major fear is that when the customer gets the item in the mail or UPS, FedEx, whatever, inside will be an invoice that has the price of the item that you paid, which is obviously going to be less than the price that the customer paid. For the most part, this is a fear that you do not need to have. So a lot of what we're doing now is we are dropshipping from wholesale suppliers when we are dropshipping on eBay. When you use a wholesale supplier, and this is something I do teach inside my course, they will never include an invoice in there. So that fear is moot, whatever you want to say, irrelevant, not a real fear to have. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, if you're using retail suppliers, then there is a possibility they will include an invoice inside the box. If you're dropshipping from Amazon, you can just use a gift receipt and they will not include the price. If you're using Walmart, they will never include the price. If you're using Home Depot, they do not include the price in the box. Lowe's does, and AliExpress usually does not. Every supplier is different, but those are just a handful as an example. Just going to show you that for the most part, it is not an issue. The invoice will not be in the box with the price. The only one I know for certain always does it is Lowe's. Walmart will not include the invoice in the box. Yes, $50 and below on eBay, Troy. All right, Karen says, what were your issues with Facebook shops that caused you to go back and forth until you finally got things working? So Karen, I initially tried to use Facebook shops in like January 2021. At that time, it was just a beta program. So I had signed up. It looked like I had gotten approved, but it wasn't actually working. Everything checked off. Everything said I was approved and it should be working, but it wasn't actually working. So I emailed Facebook support, went back and forth for weeks. I think it was over a month. And finally, I got someone who actually knew what they were talking about and said, oh, never mind. This is not a beta program anymore and you don't have access to it. So then I didn't actually have access to Facebook shops for 8 months, 9 months or something like that until late 2021. And it finally came back. It started to be opened up to more people. And I was able to join and actually get shops up and running. Riyadh says, hey, Paul, hey, man, have you ever tried Shopify before and why? Thank you. I have tried Shopify before. It was one of the first ways I tried to make money online, and it didn't work that well. So the biggest problem with Shopify is that it is hard to start. You have to build your own website. You have to make it look nice. You have to find suppliers for your items. You have to find the right items to sell. Then you have to pay for ads or pay for influencers to actually advertise for you. It's expensive and it's hard. For beginners, which I was at that time, it just is not going to work. It just wasn't going to work. So I was like kind of doomed to fail with it, even after I had taken a course. So yes, Shopify works. Yes, I have friends making money with it, but I think it's very difficult to start for a beginner and expensive. I really prefer marketplaces, eBay, Amazon, Facebook Marketplace, Etsy, Mercari, wherever, because there's already customers there. You don't have to worry about finding customers. Go where they already are. You don't have to pay for advertising really, because the customers are already there. And there's so much power in marketplaces that you don't even realize it. So yes, there are fees to sell into marketplaces, but usually the fees are much less than you would pay for advertising if you had your own Shopify website. All right, Chewy says, I'm struggling with monthly, quarterly sales tax reporting in all the different states. Can you talk about this? Yeah, so it is a struggle, but the best resource for you is TaxJar. TaxJar will what's the word I'm looking for? Account for all of this for you, keep track of all of this for you, and how much you owe in different states and how much you have to report, and whether you have to file a $0 return or not. TaxJar is a lifesaver when it comes to sales tax. So that is what I would look at using. Jib says, I recently formed an LLC to start an eBay business account for selling and was approved for 1,000 items and 10 grand to start. I have a 10-year-old buying account and was very surprised. That's awesome, man. So I think that a good reason for this is probably because you had that old account. They know who you are. They trust you. And I'm willing to bet that that's the reason why you got such a high limit. So use it. Still scale up slowly, even with that high limit, but eventually you want to use that all. Darnell says, what about those of us who didn't get our Facebook shops approved? So I would try multiple shops, Darnell. I'm not sure which step of the way you kind of got not approved at. Was your page not approved? Was your shop not approved? Or were you not approved for marketplace? Everything up until the marketplace approval is really just a numbers game. Create more pages, create more shops, and it will increase the chances of you getting one of them approved. Then to actually get marketplace approved, go through the steps, and hopefully they're accepting new applications at the time that you apply. All right. Hey, Paul, I sent a few emails to your team. No answer. Or check your spam folder. We respond to every single email. So, or the chances are if you sent it in the last 24 hours, maybe we just didn't get to it yet, or 12 or 18 hours. But we respond to every single email every day. Actually, I answered this email, so I know we responded to this. Does your extension work on eBay? I can't get it going there. You cannot dropship from eBay or onto eBay using the extension at this time. It does not work with eBay. If you want to sell items from eBay, you can do it through AutoDS and then use the extension through AutoDS. Excuse me. You can use two different eBay accounts, yeah. Yeah, but they'll be linked together. Heyo, $5 super chat from Rake and Profit. Happy New Year, brother. Keep up the great work. Thanks, man. I appreciate you so much. If you guys don't know Steve over at Rake and Profit, definitely check out his channel. I know most of you guys, all you guys do know who he is. He's the OG. He's the GOAT. He's the one who really helped me out getting started on YouTube here. So I owe him a lot. So thank you so much, Steve, for that $5 super chat. Appreciate it, man. BetterNet Buy says, what's the best software to use for eBay dropshipping? Is AutoDS a good choice? That is what I use for eBay dropshipping. My link to it is in the description of this video, and that is my affiliate link. 74 watchers and only 5 likes. What is going on here? So guys, I would appreciate if you give the video a big thumbs up. That's my goal this year, is to get as many thumbs up as I can. All right. When am I opening up my marketplace course again? Says Margaret, you can get on the wait list down below. And like I said, probably only opening up once or twice this year. And I believe I'm going to be opening up sometime in March is a plan at this point. Karen says, as a beginner who's drop shipping, is this thing like, is my face blurry? Is my face blurry and this is in focus? Or am I just imagining that? Okay. As a beginner dropshipper, if you get 100 dropship orders a day, are you placing those orders manually, one by one, depending on your supplier, or is it handled by software? So it depends on the way you want to do it. There is some software like AutoDS that will place the orders for you for some suppliers, but not all suppliers. So you can do it with those suppliers with AutoDS, but usually we do it manually ourselves because we like having more control over what's going on. We have virtual assistants that do it, so it's not something I'm actually doing myself. I don't know who that is. Should I know who that is? Another screenshot. Which paid software do you recommend are absolutely integral for a new dropshipper, says Karen? If you're doing eBay, then you should look at AutoDS. That's the only one that I think is absolutely necessary. And Llc'S Analytics. My affiliate links, again, for both those are in the description of all my videos, including this one. And Llc'S Analytics is not necessary, but it's going to help you a lot. Llc'S Analytics, what it does is really helps you with product research. You can really supercharge things with that. So that is what I would look at for paid software. Yeah, please go subscribe to Steve Rakin over there. Galaxy364 says, hey, Paul, I'm about to get into drop shipping. Awesome. Are there any big mistakes that beginners do that I should watch out for? There's a lot of mistakes beginners make. So I'll be making a video in the next couple of weeks going over like 14, 11, something like that, 11 or 14 different mistakes that I see new drop shippers making all the time that you'll want to avoid. So stay tuned for that channel, for that video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on that video. George says, what do you think I should do next? Facebook shops or eBay dropshipping? I would do Facebook shops, George. We're seeing just incredible results with people who start doing Facebook shops. That is the thing that I would try. BetterNet Buy says, is it better to have a niche or non-niche store for Facebook shops? Non-niche. With a niche store, what you're doing is you're like naming your store like the furniture shop, and you're only selling furniture. But that really boxes you in. And with Facebook shops, because all the items are ending up on Facebook Marketplace anyway, you could sell a huge variety of items. Why limit yourself? I know other YouTubers, other people talk about, oh, your store should be niched on shops. I've not found that to be the case at all. I've created a few shops now, and they all have generic names. They all sell a wide variety of items, and they've all been approved. So that is what I encourage you to do, because then you can sell anything and everything with that shop. And you can just kind of adapt to the market depending on what they want, what customers want. That is what you're going to sell. Thanks for the reminder, for the thumbs up. How do you do product research for Facebook dropshipping? This is something I teach inside my course, but also down below in the description of this video is a PDF where I actually give you some items that you can dropship yourself on Facebook Marketplace, and I talk about product research in there. So get that free PDF down below. That will also get you on the wait list for the course, because I'm still not sure when I'm going to open it back up. It might be sooner than I originally planned. How do you go about tax exemption for dropshipping on Facebook Marketplace and shops? Do you need multiple LLCs for each shop? No, you don't need multiple LLCs for each shop. I've only ever had one for all my shops. And then you just, I'm not going to walk through the tax exemption process right now. It's a lengthy process, something, again, I teach in my course, but it does require you to get a state resale certificate, from your state, and then there's a few other steps involved with that. Is Oberlo still viable? I've never used Oberlo. That's for more Shopify, so it's not something I've experienced with. Yeah, five or 10 products a day on Facebook Shops is great to start out, and then you can increase that over time. But that's a good place to start. Okay, cool. All right. Tracker buy is not necessary at all in the beginning. So that's helping you with tracking numbers. You don't need that. You can do that manually at first until things kind of scale up. I think I caught up faster than that. Oh, sweet. Okay. I'm definitely checking out Valuetainment after this. Hello, hello. I could never stick to a niche. I sell anything and everything. That's the way to do it. All right. So that is where I'm going to close it out today because my throat's getting a little dry. Thanks so much, guys, for hanging out and for all of your goals that you share with me. And I'm putting this video out there to kind of hold myself accountable for my goals, and I'll reflect on it next year. I do these videos every year talking about our goals. This year, I do plan to have some awesome videos here on YouTube, some pretty unique, amazing stuff. So make sure to subscribe to the channel for some valuetainment that I'll be giving you guys. Wish me luck, because tomorrow I get the results of my COVID test. I think might be sick. I'm not sure. Yesterday I wasn't feeling so great. Today I'm feeling better. I'm not sure what's going on. So fingers crossed I'm fine, but I'm going to keep chugging away no matter what because there's still money to be made out there. Thanks so much for hanging out, guys, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye for now.